The fastest growing demographic group in America is not seniors. It's not Latins. It's billionaires. We had 500 billionaires 10 years ago. We now have 2,500. So if you want to cram more and more wealth into a smaller group of people, we're on our way. And the weird thing about America is that we support it because our superpower is our optimism. The Achilles heel is that 99%, the bottom 99% who are getting screwed, don't mind these policies because they believe at some point they're going to be in that 1%.
What is up, everyone? My name is Carlos, aka C. Welcome to the C Talks channel. If you're new, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's get into it. Scott Galloway is one of my favorite modern figures. He's a professor of marketing at NYU, and he says a lot of things that get me thinking. So the clip I played at the beginning was an interview that Scott did on MSNBC, where he talked about billionaires, the US being an oligarchy right now, and these are things that I want to talk about. So let's get into it. It's really hard to be a working class individual in America. If you haven't noticed, you can go on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and you'll find people venting because it's just so hard to make ends meet as a working class person. You have to work 50, 60 plus hours, juggle a couple of jobs, be miserable just to have a few bucks. Meanwhile, billionaires are the fastest growing group in America. 10 years ago, there were 500 billionaires. Now there's 2,500 of them. Scott said that in that video, and I was just like, what the hell is happening? The system is rigged. Rich people are getting richer really fast. It's easier for somebody who has a high net worth to get an even higher net worth. Meanwhile, everybody in America is struggling for the most part. There's no more middle class. There are just rich and poor people. That's it. That's all we have. 3 billionaires, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and Elon Musk, have about $1 trillion of net worth. That's more than half of the bottom of American society. 170 million people in America don't have $1 trillion worth. They have a little less than that or less than that. But it's just insane that this is the modern world that we live in, where we have a few super ultra rich people while the rest of us are just working to survive, and we don't have much. Scott says something that is scary in that clip. He says that the level of income inequality that we're witnessing is self-correcting, but the ways that it self-corrects are usually war, famine, and revolution. Are we due for a revolution in modern times? We're at a breaking point. A lot of people in American society, and worldwide too, this is a global issue, are under immense pressure, and they're feeling squeezed, and they're not able to survive or make ends meet by just working a job and doing things that traditionally would have worked in the past. So people are desperate. I wouldn't look forward to seeing war, famine, or revolution in my lifetime. That's serious stuff. But I don't think billionaires are gonna give us any leeway. I don't think billionaires are gonna be okay with losing money, decreasing profits. That's the capitalistic system we live in, right? Everything is money, money, money. How much money can you make? I'm going to put a bunch of people working under me, and I'm going to pay them pennies while I buy my 7th yacht. That's the world we live in, folks. I've always known that the tax system in the US is messed up, and it favors the wealthy and the rich. I went to college and I did things the right way, and I became an engineer. And I was really surprised that as an engineering professional, the more money I made, the more I got taxed. I've made 75 to 100K, and I was surprised at just how much of my income was taxed. I said, what is this? The more money I make, the more taxes I have to pay, more money, more problems. That's a real thing. But once you get to a really, really high level of wealth, you don't pay as many taxes. Scott in that clip admitted that his effective tax rate over the last 10 years was 17%. The average tax rate of the wealthiest 25 Americans is 6%. They pay nothing in taxes. They basically don't pay taxes, and they get to keep all the wealth for themselves. They're not giving back to society. Taxes are a way to give back to society. We working class people pay taxes and roads get built, schools get built, parks get built, but it's off of our money. Rich people don't contribute to society the way we do, and it's not fair. It shouldn't be that way. Let's talk about the tax code. The tax code in the US currently stands at about 4,000 pages. And apparently before it was 400 pages. 3,600 pages were added to the tax code. And those 3,600 pages only favor the rich. We essentially, and Scott says it too in this video, are living in an oligarchy where a few people own everything and most people own nothing. You will own nothing and be happy. That's how we currently feel in today's society. And the bad thing is we're kind of okay with it. It shouldn't be this way. So like I mentioned before, I'm in my 30s and I'm an engineering professional / online entrepreneur. And even I've financially struggled and thought, did I do things right? Could I have done anything differently? Or am I in a system that isn't going to let a hardworking person progress and rise up and go up socioeconomically? It's a system. The system is sadly rigged. The average 30-year-old in today's day and age is not doing as well as their parents or grandparents. People are taking longer to buy homes. The average age of a homeowner in current times is 38. I believe in 1981, it was 29. Things are getting more expensive. People's salaries can't afford them the things that they used to. The system's rigged. People aren't having children, forming families, dating, because all those things require resources. We're all being squeezed. It's not fair, and the billionaire class is exploding. I think we're going to see more crazy stuff happen, just being honest, because people are fed up. People don't want to work anymore for a boss that's going to give them pennies while the boss thrives, is rich. Look at corporate America, the tech world. Companies are doing good and still reporting record profits, and they're still trying to lay people off, get rid of people, not pay people what they deserve. We're in a rigged system, folks. Look out for yourself. I'll end it with this. You will own nothing and be happy. My name is Carlos, aka C. If you liked this video, you'll also like this other video up on the screen. I will be back with more videos soon. Peace.